You all know that I am not a big fan of racism, and most likely if you're watching this channel, you're not a fan of racism either. Nobody here is a fan of cultural appropriation or racism or really anything like that. We also are most likely in favor of protesting racism and advocating for more inclusivity and whatnot. However, there is also a way to go about doing this completely wrong. Today we're going to be looking at that kind of an example. This video was released only 10 hours ago, and it features a woman from April 20th, 2024 in Florida battling officers, yelling at people, and causing a massive disturbance because she's a Native American woman, and there's a Native American powwow going on, and she, as a Native American woman, was offended that they would dare ask her to pay an admission fee like everybody else.
She needs to be like, she's been punching people, slapping people.
It's like she's doing something bad. I want her out of here.
Is that's her?
Yeah,
That's her. Not the one with the black shirt, but the other one.
Yeah, she's been bad. She hit her. She hit a couple people in here.
Chris, stay here, brother. Let's share something.
I will rip your dick out and shove it down your throat!
Go have fun, boys.
Whoa. Hey, I just told somebody in my chat to do that earlier.
Marcus! Tell him to stop.
What's really native? They're not native! No!
All right. 7 more minutes. I'm gonna have my ass go. Your turn.
Throw me in.
That other officer already, like, I got 7 minutes left, dude. Your turn. You can tell that he is just done dealing with this lady.
What's going on?
They came attacking me because I said, you guys are white people acting like natives, and they came at me.
Okay. So what's
I'm sorry. What? I'm trying to avoid any kind of a firewater joke, but how intoxicated is this lady? I can't understand a word she's saying.
Said, you guys are white people acting like natives, and they came at me.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I understand that now. People got upset because she showed up and said, you're white people acting like natives? I mean, why would you say something so inflammatory at a community event put together by a Native American organization? Like, it's an event that's clearly not just for Native Americans. It's meant for everybody in the community to get together and kind of celebrate and partake in that culture.
So what's the issue with them? Like, fill me in.
Because I'm full-blooded Native American.
All right.
I'm Blackfeet, and I'm Colville. I'm enrolled, and you can look that up.
Okay.
And I told them, why are you charging people to celebrate their culture at a powwow that nobody was even dancing in? And when I danced...
Whoa. Hold up. You mean to tell me that there was nobody even dancing at this powwow?
And they kicked me out of the dancing. They kicked me out from just celebrating my own culture.
Okay.
From celebrating my own culture.
All right. So.
Because I had my wolf dog with me.
Okay. All right. So,
I'm Native American. I'm enrolled. I'm from Washington State.
yeah.
Okay, I am Blackfeet. My kids are all enrolled Blackfeet. My kids are enrolled Blackfeet. Are your kids enrolled Blackfeet? Didn't think so, bitch.
Stop.
Didn't think so, bitch. Come here.
I'm pretty sure she's saying didn't think so, white bitch. So this is like identity politics / gatekeeping gone violent, literally.
No, come here. She's coming at me.
No.
She's coming at me.
I'm gonna put you on the ground.
She's coming at me.
Stop.
She's coming at me. Look at her.
I get it. It's not helping anything, but at the same point, I told you to stop and you didn't. Okay.
I tried to stop, but she came at me.
No.
She came at me. Look at her. Look at that woman coming at me.
Can y'all go away, please? Grandma. We all go.
Shut up.
Stop. You're gonna make
I'm
it work.
Blackfeet.
It's gonna
I'm
make it
Blackfeet.
Stop. Let me handle it.
You guys are white. You guys are charging to come to powwow?
Let me
To a
handle it.
powwow to celebrate my own culture?
Yes, sorry, lady, because in order to put on a community event, It costs money. You have to pay for the venue, porta potties. You have to pay for food. There's so much that you need to pay for. Charging a small entrance fee is entirely reasonable. What do you think? That somebody's going to show up and just be like, I'm 100% Native American. I am Elizabeth Warren. And they're just going to let you in for free? I'm sorry, but she's unironically coming across as racist right here by gatekeeping other people's ethnicity and shitting on people just because they're white.
Stop, relax.
I come from the Northwest. I am Salish and I am Blackfeet. Am I lying, Steven? No. Our kids enrolled Blackfeet.
No, and I hear you. But at the same point, I'm trying to calm everything down, and you're not helping me out with that.
I'm sorry.
So, let's do this.
I just want to leave.
I get that.
And I'm never coming back here again because they're fake and they're white and they charge Native Americans to come to a powwow, which is bullshit and colonized bullshit.
And it may be.
What? Oh, gosh. That's not colonization.
It may be.
I went to college, I went to law school, I went to college and I majored in women's studies and I took Native American classes, and you do not ever charge people to celebrate their culture.
She's like a conservative nightmare right here. I took women and gender studies.
I went to law school, I went to college and I majored in women's studies and I took Native American classes, and you do not ever charge people to celebrate their culture.
I get that.
And that's what they're doing here, and that's why I got mad, right, Steven?
Well, I see you have a disagreement with what they got going on, but at the same point,
The old woman came at me. You can't even ask them. The old woman came at me. She was trying to come at me because she saw you were here. But you didn't see it.
No, frankly, I didn't, and we're gonna work everything out. But at this point, I'm not gonna let you leave. I gotta investigate. Okay.
That's fine. Go ahead.
If you need me, I'm going to take her back in the car.
That's a good idea.
I'm in the black van over there, okay?
Fine.
And I'm really sorry, but I cannot stand people trying to charge Native Americans to celebrate their own religion.
Again, she clearly feels very strongly about this, and she feels that this is some kind of racist injustice being done. And like I said at the beginning of the video, we're all against racism. We're all in favor of fighting against racism. I'm not really convinced that this event that she's ticked off about is necessarily racist. And I am certainly convinced that her approach is just a checklist. It's a masterclass in all the wrong ways to approach something that you take offense by.
Fill me in on the events. How did...
I walked in here, I'm like, why are you charging Native Americans to come to their own? And I'm a drummer and I'm a dancer. And I had my drum and I had my dance gear with me. And at first they tried to charge me and my family to come here. I'm like, excuse me, I'm a Native American. Why are you trying to charge my family to celebrate my culture?
Right.
That's colonization.
Because you can celebrate your culture anytime, any place. They're not charging you to celebrate your culture, lady. They're charging you to celebrate your culture at that specific event that's catered and has a venue and porta potties, etc.
That is bigotry. That is ugly. And all these people I'm talking to
Unfortunately, lady, you have displayed both bigotry and being ugly today.
White.
Yeah.
And none of them are telling me what tribe they're from. None of them are telling me their language. None of them is speaking to me in the Native American language. None of them. And that's all I was looking for. I was like, why?
None of them?
Yeah.
Do you understand that? How do you feel?
I see how that could be frustrating.
And then they got mad at me. And then I went out there dancing with my dog, which she is a emotional support animal, and she's certified. Okay. And they tried to kick me out of the place because my dog was with me.
Keep in mind that the dogs she had with her is a wolf dog. And it's true that while some wolf dog hybrids are not aggressive, a significant percentage are more likely to attack others. So these dogs can be incredibly dangerous. This isn't like a pit bull kind of thing. These are like very large animals that can be very, very, very dangerous. It makes sense that they wouldn't want her at an event with a massive animal like this out on the dance floor. I'm sorry, but that just makes perfect, reasonable sense. It's not colonization. It's not pet phobia. It's not bigotry or racism. It's very, very simple.
Which is unlawful. She is my emotional certified animal. You can look it up. I have PTSD. I have severe PTSD.
Okay, if you need the dog everywhere with you, and they have a strict rule about not having a dog on that dance floor or something, don't go to the event. Go somewhere else with your dog.
So if anybody comes at me, I'm going to fight them for my life.
Okay.
I've dealt with PTSD. I've almost been killed multiple times. I
Holy
grew up with a
shit.
horrible childhood. So if somebody comes at me, guess what? I'm going to fight.
Holy shit. She's not even holding back anymore. She just straight up said, like, listen, if somebody comes up at me, I will whoop their ass down the fucking Trail of Tears. I don't give a shit.
I'm not a runner. I'm not like, you know, when people say, okay, when you have trauma, you're either going to fight or flight or pant or like be still, right?
Uh-huh.
Be still or fight or flight.
I get that.
And I'm a fighter.
She's a fighter.
So I didn't fight anybody.
So how
Then why do you have multiple people all saying that you slapped them and punched them and attacked them? That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense now, does it?
on the chain events, right?
I took my dog out of there.
Right. So you were going to leave. Like at what point?
I was going to leave, and they were still coming at me.
Okay. All right. Okay. When did?
And when you were here, the old woman tried to come at me, and you didn't see that.
No, because I was still trying to navigate my way through.
Exactly. I understand that. But she was coming at me, like she was going to attack me.
Okay.
And that was behind your back.
All right.
Yeah, can I get a... I'm going to ask everybody to push F to doubt on that one.
Let me do this, okay? I'm going to put you in the air-conditioned car for a minute while I go and I talk to everybody, try to get an understanding of what's going on and see what I can do, all right?
They're all going to lie. Okay, go ahead.
She literally didn't even go down the Trail of Tears. She went down the Trail of Beers. She is intoxicated as fuck over here, and she thinks she's up here acting like some big, bold, brave social justice warrior. In reality, she's just a drunk psycho who's way too entitled, hurting people and annoying everybody else.
Go ahead.
Cool. Well,
He's laughing at me.
You gotta walk with me.
He's laughing at me.
I get it. He's just trying to be a dick. Just, I know it's antagonizing, but at the same point, it is what it is. I tried to keep them from doing the same to you, and I wasn't.
They have attacked me, and the woman came at me when you were holding me.
Yeah, I get that. We're working on it. Just
Why would a woman, an old lady, come at you to try to fight you when a cop was also holding you? And the cop somehow didn't see this.
a minute to talk to everybody else and see, because I gotta come up with a consensus on what happened. It takes a minute.
Talk to my husband. I don't fight people.
I will. I'll talk to everybody.
Talk to my husband, I don't fight people. 5 seconds ago, you said, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. Fight, flight, or freeze, I'm a fighter. If somebody comes at me, I'll fight. I'm a fighter. Now, 3 seconds later, you're like, you can ask my husband, officer. I do not fight people.
Is the rifle out?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, thank you.
Can you take this off me, please?
Not quite. It's just gonna be a minute, okay? I gotta close the door, though.
Can you turn the air out?
Yes, absolutely.
So from this point on, the officer then talks with some other people who were victimized by this lady, and they then clear everything up for all of us. Suddenly, it becomes very clear that this lady is not the victim.
They came up to the gate. This is a fundraiser for the local women's club.
Right.
My Native American group puts it off. And she came up, and I have two elderly ladies there working the gate. And she started screaming at them.
Yeah.
So I walked out there. I said, honey, you need to calm down. If you don't calm down, I'm not going to allow you in. Well, I'm 100-foot Blackfoot. I'm this, I'm that. And they no, you disrespected them. All they asked her was, you have to pay to get in. We have rules about the circle. That's our church. That's where we dance and pray. Dogs are not allowed in the circle. I don't care if it's a service dog. It's not allowed. She's in there prancing around with her service dog. She was asked to leave the circle with her dog. that's when everything just hit the fan and she exploded.
They were trying to kind of push her out this
Okay, so they made it very clear that there are no animals permitted in this specific circle for religious or cultural reasons. And then she actually violated that.
kind of push her out this way as much as they could without, but she did hit a couple other members, including my son and myself.
How are you?
I was the first one to actually have physical contact with a young lady.
Okay.
I'm the security guy here, and I got called over. Well, we saw the young lady walk a dog into the circle. Well, we as natives, we don't take the dog in the circle. So I went over, and I called my daughter over to speak to her.
Sure.
And she didn't come out. She got belligerent in the circle. She came out, and she got this far from my daughter's face. So I pushed in between them. And I just kept my hands up because I wasn't going to lay my hands on her. We stayed like this, and I was pushing her, trying to get her to come this way so we could get her away from everybody and try to calm her down. Mm-hmm. And so I just kept going, and I ended up having umpteen people behind me. And she hit me here, once on the arm. I mean, not anything serious, but she did strike me.
Okay.
So this lady shows up, attacks elderly people, and possibly even a fucking minor, since the lady before said that the woman hit her son.
I'm in Blackfoot Indian. I don't have to pay. They don't have to pay. And
All right.
You want some popcorn?
No, that's
So
okay.
basically they get all the information needed, which makes it very abundantly clear that the woman who's offended is at fault.
I'm here to listen to you. So,
I have to go pee really, really bad.
okay. I'm going to read this to you, all right? You've got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. You cannot afford to hire a lawyer. One will be appointed to
Why
represent
do you have to read
before.
that off a card? Shouldn't you know that? Aren't you a sheriff?
It's requested that we use the card just in case there's some sort of discrepancy.
Yo, shut the fuck up, lady. Okay, you're in the back of a cop car. You're probably going to catch felony charges for assault on an elderly individual. And now you're being sassy and mouthing off to the officer?
It's a case building thing. I'll go ahead and repeat that last one. You have the right to talk to a lawyer, have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning, if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights.
And I have the right to remain silent. And I will get a court-appointed attorney. Or I will get an attorney.
Are you wanting to talk to one before questioning?
Yeah, I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Like,
Perfect.
okay, do you want to talk? What do you want to talk about?
No, you decline. Thank you.
What a miserable individual. I can only imagine that carrying around this much entitlement would be exhausting.
What am I being charged with?
Just say battery, and then I end up charging.
So she was charged with misdemeanor battery, 3 counts, a felony battery on a person 65 and up, 2 counts, and 1 count of disorderly conduct. Well, it's safe to say that if you're really offended by something that you view as being racist, maybe there's a better way to protest it, you know? This is how to turn a protest into a felony.